So hi engineering Janta, I am Vaibhav Shukla and today we are going ahead and we are heading towards the last day. Today is the last day of this Python for Placement series. So for one more time, tell me in this series that whether I am visible and whether I am audible to you. I can see your chats here in the live chat section. Tell me if I am visible and I am audible to you. You can just type a yes. If I am visible to you, you can just type a yes. Correct. If you're audible and visible, go ahead, type a yes. And once I get your confirmation, then we'll go ahead, we'll begin with today's session. So if I'm visible and if I'm audible, go ahead guys, type out a yes. Great. So I'll begin with today's session. Fine. I'll go ahead with today's session, and as I told you, today is the last day of this Python for Placement series, and to all of you, I'll tell that go ahead, follow me on this particular Instagram handle, because here you can DM me for getting notes, you can directly ask your queries. @Shuklaji Speaks is my handle. And today we'll cover a few topics for Python for placements, and after this your Python would be ready for placements. However, I'm not saying you'll be DSA ready, fine, but Python would be ready for placements. So along with that, we have covered the concepts of OOPS as well, object oriented programming, so that is also ready at your end. Fine. Today we'll cover these two topics, which is exception handling. Fine. And the second topic that we'll cover today would be file handling. Not very lengthy topics. Fine. Go ahead and you should practice. Fine. I'll show you the flow, exactly how to cover data structures. Don't worry about that. I'll help you out. So let's straight away dive in deep towards exception handling. Also, there is one great news for all of you. To all those people who are wanting that Java should be taught, fine, in 7 days. So from Saturday, from this very Saturday, Java for 7 days is starting. You can go ahead and you can study Java for placements in 7 days. And post that, also we are starting DSA for placement, which would be taught by me. DSA would be taught by me, Java would be taught by Gaurav sir. So I would teach the DSA for 7 days, and I'll make sure that at least you be placement ready. We'll not go ahead and we'll not solve 500 problems, but I'll discuss the most important DSA problems with you so that you do not miss out anything in your placements, number one. And from this very Sunday it would begin. Fine. So stay tuned. Hi Bhimesh, hi. So DSA series would come from this very Sunday. In 7 days we would cover DSA, and I hope till now you guys have benefited from this series, this Python series. Are you guys actually benefiting from this series? Just tell me in the chat section. Have you guys enjoyed this series so far? Because today is the last day. Post this, there will be no Python series. Fine. So if you guys have enjoyed, just type out something in live chat section, and then we'll go ahead, we'll study the exception handling and the file handling. So how was your experience so far in the DSA series? By that time I'm writing the definition for exception handling, and I'll explain post I get your responses. Fine. Fine. So what's an exception? Let's dive in deep into studying and let's understand what is exactly exception. So exception is an error which occurs at the time of execution of program. Now, writing very clearly, and this is very important for placements. If you say this in your placements, you're definitely going to get some brownie points if you're getting a question on exceptions. Also, it will show your deep understanding. DSA with Java or Python, which will be comfortable. Okay, so the point is, Bera, if you're asking which language is comfortable, it is up to your goal and up to your skill. If you're comfortable in Python, go ahead with Python. If you're somebody who doesn't like Python at all, Java. Comparatively, if you compare both languages, Python would be definitely easy, but you need a lot of practice in Python, and you sometimes need a lot of indentation, uh, accustomed practice, where you can actually go ahead and check your indentation as well. Fine. So that is very important. Okay, so Bhimesh is saying he enjoyed a lot and gained knowledge as well. Great. So thank you, Bhimesh, and you've been a constant student, so it's more of an effort on your end, honestly. It's never the Drona who prepares Arjun, it's always the Arjun who becomes the finest archer. Fine. So we'll go ahead, we'll move forward towards this very important tip for your placements. So exceptions are not same as syntactic errors. Fine. What are syntactic errors? Errors due to wrong syntax. Fine. So if your syntax is wrong, then some errors are produced. Exceptions are not them. Let me honestly tell you, exceptions, hi, good evening. Fine. So exceptions are not same as syntactic errors. Let me tell you, exception is an error which occurs at the time of execution of program. You might not have defined any of your variable. For example, I'll show you what I'm saying. For example, if I write this particular statement, print x, if I write this in Python, just tell me, is it going to execute correctly? First of all, tell me, is there any syntax error? Is there any syntax error? Tell me, is there any? Yes, you two are consistent from day one, definitely. And this is, if I'm not wrong, this is Shashank, right? Master with MBS. You're Shashank, right? Which is best to work in today's generation? Both are best, yeah. DSA, basically you need problem solving skills of DSA. So if you're somebody who's going ahead with Java Spring Boot tech stack, Java is for you. If you're somebody who's in data science, data analytics line, Python is for you. Fine. Great. So tell me, फटाफट बताओ यार, print text में कुछ है syntax error? Is there any syntax error in this statement? Have I written anything wrong in this statement? फटाफट बताओ. Tell me. Is there something wrong? On the basis of syntax, look here carefully. Is there any syntax error in print text? No. Correct, Bhimesh. There is no syntax error, but I have not declared variable. Correct, Bhimesh. Your observation is right. So one thing I'm really liking is those who have studied for constantly 6 days. Those people have actually gathered the skills enough that they can point out that I have not declared this variable. Now, not defining or declaring this variable will lead to an exception. Okay, so this would lead to an exception, an error which would come at the time of execution. Fine. Okay, so he is from op placement as well. Great. Hope to see you there. And Arkaja is saying no syntax error. Correct, there's no syntax error, but here if I do not declare the variable, it would lead to an exception. Fine. And this is what an exception is. So a lot of times you actually have exceptions, and how do you handle them? Let's go ahead, and now I'll pick up my keyboard and let's write some code blocks here. Fine. So yeah, let's zoom it in. I hope it is visible to all of you. I hope it's visible to all of you. Great, Shashank. Great, great. No, no. Exception handling is in any language. If you go ahead with Java, you'll get exception handling. Pardon, it's exception handling. Fine. If you go ahead in C++, you'll still have exception handling. So exception handling is a concept. You do it in different languages. Fine. Okay, you want to zoom. Is this much enough? No. This much is more. This is enough. Fine. The reason is because I need to show you the output as well, no? So what if I write print x here? Fine, let's see what happens. Let's write this. Fine. Let's run code. See, it is saying trace back. X is not defined. Correct. This is problem. This is a big problem. Now how do you handle it? So for exception handling, we use try and except blocks in Python. So in some languages it is try and catch, in some it is try and except. Fine. So in Python it is try and except. Fine. So now if you see, I have fixed its indentation. Now one way of fixing the indentation is, I earlier had like this, correct? So I backspaced it, I pressed enter, the indentation got fixed. Otherwise I could have done tab and still it fixes the indentation. Fine. So these are two methods to do so. Now if try block has this particular statement, fine, I'll go ahead, I'll write except, and here in except I'll write another print statement. So I have not declared x, correct? I have not defined x. So here I'll write something went possibly erroneous. Fine, let's write this and let's see whether it prints the same. See, it's printing the same. Now yes, Animudyam will continue the DSA series. The point is, I am bringing DSA in 7 days from this very Sunday, and we'll try and understand the most important topics of DSA there. Fine, that's very important. And alongside that, we'll go ahead, hi, good evening Vibhuti. So we'll go ahead, we'll understand various other topics as well. And from this Saturday, Java for 7 days series is also launching. So you guys can tune in to Java in 7 days. That would be taught by Gaurav sir. DSA for 7 days would be taught by me. So from Sunday you can join it. Fine. Great guys. Now if you see, except is working. When this has some execution error, this except block would execute. Is it clear? We handled the exception. Now something is running. The program is not stopping. Is it clear? Will you be teaching DSA in Python itself or C++? I'll basically explain you the code in Python. Fine. If you want in C++, first of all, let me tell you very honestly, I will show you the question, I'll show you the solution, I'll explain the whole approach, how the things are going ahead. Then once you get the logic, where we'll be doing logic building exercises as well, once you do the logic, I'll give you homework of questions which you have to do in your favorite language, whatever it is. Fine. I'll be primarily explaining you the Python code first, then I'll go to C++ code. So Python and C++ would be two primary languages in which I'll go ahead, I'll teach you. So both of you, anybody who wants to learn DSA in C++, the series is for you. Anybody who wants to learn it in Python, the series is for you. Don't worry. Fine. Now, let's go ahead. Let's see what else can we do. Now, sometimes we want that even if there is no error, fine. If there is no error, for example, then how would I know? For example, if I say print 10 and then I have print x, fine. Let's see what happens. Now I know something went possibly erroneous, but still I wanted to know whether the program finished or not. So what I'll do is I'll write one more thing called as finally. Fine. So you have finally here, and here in finally you print let's type anything. The exception handling process is over. Fine. Let's write this. Run code. See, it is printing. Fine. It is printing here. Correct. So irrespective of this try and except, even if it doesn't throw any exception, for example, I remove this print x, even if it doesn't throw any exception, still this would be printed. See, you see that? Animuttam is saying, Vaibhav sir, goat for DSA. Thank you so much, yaar. Thank you so much. It's really good to have such comments. Thank you so much. Fine. So, the exception handling process is over. Fine. So, this is try, this is accept, and this is finally. Being very, very honest, exception handling is rarely asked. If it is asked, people ask, what is exception? What is the difference between exception and a syntactic error? And then they give you some piece of code to write. So if you have any pseudo code like this, you know what happens here. Oh yes, really, Vaibhav is master and goat in Python as well as in. I want you to see in operation placement 2, sir. There I'll be handling only the interview prep part. Fine. Shashank, there only the interview prep part I'm handling. So the rest of the things would be taught by the other expert mentors. However, let's go ahead. Let's focus more towards today's class. Fine. And now let's move over to something very, very interesting, because first of all I'll teach you something of file handling. Fine. And then we'll move ahead, because file handling we'll not do on compiler. It is a very non-relevant topic. Very rarely it is asked. Fine. You might be asked a command, so I'll teach you that much only. File handling. And you can go ahead and ask your seniors out, sir, what was asked to you? And I can bet you'll rarely find anybody who'll give you a question on file handling or exception. Fine. Very rare. Now, there is one command, f.open. Fine. This is for opening a file. Once I complete this slide, once I say that this is completed on file handling, you should take a screenshot of it. Okay. F.open is opening a file. Now, here it can take only 2 arguments. This can take only 2 arguments. What are they? One is file name, the other one is mode. So basically I'll say f.open can take one parameter as, or argument or parameter one and the same thing. Fine. File name dot txt. Okay. And then here you write mode. So what is mode? What are these modes? Now don't write this mode in actual exam. Fine. Don't write this in actual exam. You'll tell, if you write this, then immediately tell that, sir, I'll explain the modes. Fine. What are the modes? First mode is read. So basically when you write read, how do you write? You write it like this. Fine. You write it like this. Do you understand it? And you can follow me on Instagram, @ShuklajiSpeaks is my handle. You can connect to me there for any of your queries. And if you want any advice, be it academic, be it anything you want to discuss of your college, go ahead, speak to me. I'll handle and I'll help you out. Fine. So here you can write this way. Fine. I'm now removing it and I'm now writing mode here, so that when you take a screenshot, you know what is actually written here. And I'm writing modes here. Fine. So R is for reading a file. Fine. Now W. Fine. What is it for? Writing a file. Fine. Write a file. Everybody is quite clear about these things, isn't it? This is very, very easy. If I write T, then it is read text in a file. I'll explain what happens with this as well. Fine. But let's understand the primary things. A. Now if I write A, then it is append in a file. Append something, append a text, append something, or append a maybe some number or something like that. And when you write X, then it is create a file. Fine. For example, I write f.open. Whose name should I take? Animuttam. Fine. Animuttam dot txt. Fine. I write this and I write X here. Fine. Now if I do this, if in any case this file exists, then it will throw an error. It will throw an error if file exists, otherwise it will create the file. ओहो, I guess otherwise के बाद का create the is fine, create the file. So otherwise it will है उसके बाद fine, it is otherwise it will. So it will throw an error if file exists, otherwise it will create the file. This is what f dot open, and if you put any of the files and then you put x. Is so far everything clear to everybody? फटाफट बताओ, सबको सब समझ में आ रहा है? Is everything clear? Is everything clear to everybody? फटाफट बताओ. Now take a screenshot of this. Take a screenshot and tell me if everything is clear to you. Okay, Ashwin को clear है, great Ashwin. Bhimesh को clear है, great Bhimesh. Take a screenshot of it. Should I turn off my camera so that you guys can take the complete screenshot? Okay, so I'll turn off my camera once. Wait. So I'll turn off my camera. Low. Take a screenshot of it. Fine. Take a proper screenshot. Take the screenshot. I hope everybody has taken the screenshot. Fine. Now I'm turning on the camera again. I want my camera to be live so that at least my beautiful face is visible to everybody. Well, that's some of self praise, and it is because after all, if nobody calls you beautiful, you should call yourself. Fine. So moving ahead, you have another function called f.close, and you use it for closing a file. Fine. You use it for closing a file. Fine. For example, if I write f.open and I write there is some file name, file underscore name dot txt, this is some file, and I write rt, then what would happen? It would just read the text elements from the file. Fine. Is this clear? So now we'll take a mix of exception handling and a mix of this file handling. Fine. So let's take a mix of it. I'll go ahead, I'll use these try and catch blocks only. Fine. So I'll put it here. Try f equals to not f, let's say f dot open. Fine. And what should I keep the file name? Give me some file name. So I'll say demo file dot txt. Let's say I want to open this file. Just I want to open this file. Now I go ahead and I feel that whatever code I'm writing ahead again can contain some error. So f dot write. Fine. And you can write this f dot write, or you can use f dot open and then you go ahead and you write w here itself. So there are two procedures to do so. Fine. But when you're writing, you need to use f dot write whatever you're writing. For example, I want to write what should I write? Okay, thank you, Shashank. So let's write, thank you for the praise, Shashank. Take this tribute. Fine. F dot write, Shashank is a great man. Fine. Happy. Now if I write this, then this file has to exist. Fine. To write this in this particular file, to write Shashank is a great man in demo file should exist, but it is not existing, right? There is no demo file. This is an online compiler. I cannot give it a file, right? So how do I manage this? Then I know there can be exceptions here. So what I'll do is I'll go back and I'll write an except block here. What will I write in this except block? Print. Let's say I cannot write. Fine. Let's write this out. And once you've completed this except, you write finally print writing is over. Fine. Now once you've done this, then for this try block you write an except. Fine, either you write an except or you write this except and finally, whatever suits you well. Fine, so I'll write just an except. I don't want this finally anymore. I'll write except, and here I'll write, for example, nothing works, because nothing would work. Demo file isn't existing. So here itself it would throw an exception, correct? Here it should throw an exception. Fine. So in except I'll write, this is my last day in Python series. Fine. Let's go ahead and run the code. So if you see carefully, even this finally wasn't executed. Why? Because here itself exception was thrown. Here it threw an exception. We saw it throwing an exception here. Fine. And after throwing an exception here, it immediately came to the except block and it printed this. So henceforth it skipped everything in between. Is it clear? Is it clear? Where to join my DSA series? Ashwin is saying. On YouTube itself, for free, from Sunday, 7 days DSA series would go live. Fine. Most probably on Sunday, 1 PM in the afternoon, I'll be there. So, don't have heavy lunches in the afternoon. Sit with me, understand DSA. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and let's explore some great resource for you. Fine. So here itself we can take this up. I'll go ahead. Now you all are ready for Python. This is it. मेरी तरफ से Python खत्म हो गया. Fine. Try making it 14 days. Bhimesh, the point is we need to understand the concepts first, and then we'll go ahead with it. Fine. So first of all, I'll go with the basic level that covers you at least this much that you can go ahead and sit in any placement and be confident. Then we can go ahead. Try to 30 days free, sir. Guys, थोड़ी देर में ऐसे ही चलता रहा तो somebody would say, sir, try for 365 days. Fine. Guys, please consider my hand folded request. I am also a human being. Fine. So, jokingly, that was being said. Jokes apart, let me tell you one thing why I am targeting 7 days. The reason is, in this 7 days, you'll go ahead, you'll study DSA, you'll study Java, you're already studying aptitude, right? So when you're using these 7 days, so automatically you would go to the pedagogy of 21 days of continuous learning. Once those 21 days you study, you'll automatically have a habit of studying and you'll need nobody. Fine. You don't even need me. I want you to be so prepared that you don't need me one day. Fine. Let me tell you one very important thing. And you're really good in DSA too, sir, so I request you to. Sure, Shashank, I'll go ahead with things and I'll see how operationally feasible things are. But let me tell you one very honest things. A few honest things I would put here. There's one very famous book by Elif Shafak, who's a Turkish writer. And she wrote a beautiful piece of writing in her book that she said, true mentors, and this is basically a quote of Shams al-Tabriz to Rumi. He said that true mentors let the light pass through them and reach you. Fine. They don't try to mold you. They don't try to give sermons to you. They try and let the light pass through them so that it reaches you. They try to make you your best version. And that's what I really want here. Fine. I don't want you guys to be dependent on me. I want you guys to be so capable that one day, like me, you guys guide people right. Fine. That's very, very important. Yes, you can watch this Python series for data analyst, but you'll need to learn more things in Python. Being very, very honest, this is focused on placements, but this can lay a great foundation for you. You must watch it out. Now let's go ahead and look at a very good resource for you people. You go to this programming, simply click here on top 150 not out questions. This is for DSA as well. All those people who are having a good base in DSA, you can go ahead, and in DSA series I'll be discussing these questions only. Fine. So we'll be doing the basics of concepts and then discussing these questions. The very important questions from even this 150 list. These 150 are the best possible questions which are having different patterns. Fine. These are 150 different patterns that you need at this point of time. If you cover all of them, you can crack any company on this earth, and I can bet on this with you. Fine. I can bet on this with you. Fine. So you can go ahead to any product based company, any service based company, and these 150 will be enough if you have them on your fingernails. But out of these 150 also, there are some very, very important questions, and of every topic in these 7 days, I'll go ahead, I'll discuss those questions. Fine. Now, you can go ahead, you can check these questions out, but if you're somebody who's at very basic level, go to top 100 codes. Fine. Start from these codes. See, positive, negative number, even odd number, sum of first n natural numbers, sum of n natural numbers, sum of numbers in a given range, greatest of two numbers, greatest of three numbers. All of them are available in Python. सब कर दो, at least 100 codes तो इसके कर दो, ठीक है? Try covering the 100 codes here. At least this much you can easily do, and I know my students, if you can stay consistent for 7 days, you can actually go far, far ahead. Fine. As you said in first class, if we do good for others and then good eventually comes. Yes, you're helping a lot of people to success in their career. Thank you so much, Bhimesh. That's my fuel. These comments, these things, the way my students feel contented, that's my fuel to run ahead. And I'm so happy seeing these comments right now. I really feel that it's great. It's really great on your part that you guys stayed consistent. And I hope staying consistent helped to everybody. Let me tell you, consistency and discipline even beats the natural talents. Fine. So you have to be consistent. You have to be disciplined. Fine. Be very, very consistent. Be very, very disciplined as much as you can. And try your level best. And as I always say, keep doing good for others. Good will come back to you. I have said it in every class of this Python series. But I'll say it again in today's class by the end. But right now it's not the end. Focus here. Focus on the questions that I'm showing you. These are very, very important questions. Once you've covered at least 10 questions from this getting started, then you move to this working with numbers, cover 5-6 questions from here. Then recursion. Come to recursion, miss no question. One of this question would land up in your technical interview if you're going ahead for a service-based company. Do not miss any question from recursion. Recursion is a very important concept. Do not miss any question. Then go ahead, do 5-6 questions from arrays, then go ahead, do 5-6 questions from strings. Fine, this would help you out, I'm not kidding. And then some advanced codes, and this much would be enough to practice your Python for placements. Fine, you need not do this matrix and all. Nobody would ask you this in placements, I'm really telling you. If you're going in off-campus placements, this would be covered in your DSA. Fine, when you will study DSA, you can easily do pattern printing. You should study. Go ahead, do this pattern printing. Fine, sometimes it is asked. Do the Fibonacci sequence, do the factorial program, understand these. Fine. And for all the people, go ahead, Shukla 10 coupon code is my coupon code on prepinstaprime.com if you want to upskill yourself. Nowadays, I guess the sale is also going on if I'm not wrong. So wait a minute. I'll first of all log out from here and then I'll open this up. So let's check it out. So if I say get prime, yes, sale is going on. And if you apply Shukla 10, fine, then you'll get 10% discount. Then also you're getting 80% discount. Really? Voila. Wow. So my team is working great. Thank you guys. So with Shukla 10 coupon also, today you're getting 80% discount, and this is for very limited time. The reason is the placement bonanza is going on. Fine. This placement bonanza is on and flat 80% off is there, but Shukla 10 coupon code would give you that. You can straight away go there. Sir, आप हमेशा happy रहें. I am trying my level best. Fine. So all those students, go ahead. Today 80% off is there. Just apply Shukla 10 and see 24,000 rupees of discount on this 30,000 subscription. Fine. So, sir, will there be any problem in TCS if DSA is done using Python? No, Monica, there's no problem. Really, I found consistent on day one that you teach on day one, which has not done. Really, I got an idea to crack any interviews of any company from you, sir. Thanks a lot and really excited for DSA class. Great, great. Everybody is so much excited for the DSA class. Guys, do not miss the aptitude classes as well. They are very important. Also, those who are interested in Java classes will start from Saturday. However, it will not be taught by me. Gaurav sir would be teaching that. Fine, he's great at Java. He's actually a very good teacher in Java. Aptitude, you're studying from Divyank sir, and believe me, he's one of those teachers whom I can go and sit and study for 1.5 hours. Divyank sir is also a great teacher for aptitude. So these guys are an exceptional team that I've been blessed with, and these are my pals, these are my friends with whom I work, and actually they are immensely good people. And thank you for certifying that I too teach a little bit good. Fine. So I'm happy with that feedback, but guys, go ahead, study more, keep practicing, and most importantly, do not miss the class on Sunday, which is of DSA. I'm literally telling you, I'm not going to solve the whole question. I'm not going to write the complete code. No, not like that. I'll open these solutions up. What I'll do, I'm telling you, look, here in programming section, I'll come to the 150 not out. I'll discuss questions which are important. I'll discuss their logic, their approach, how they are being solved in Python, how they are being solved in C++. Fine. So we can get an overall understanding of it, not just that I'm writing the code and you're sitting and watching, oh my god, what this man is doing. No, not like that. Let's not waste time. We have very less time. We are already having paucity of it, and now it's high time we go ahead, we study hard, we save our time as much as we can. And I don't want you to spend more than 30-40 minutes with me. I want you guys to go ahead, practice things yourself. Fine. So I hope that you guys go ahead, you guys study accordingly. That's very, very important. Fine. Timings of DSA class on Sunday, most probably 1 p.m. However, stay tuned with Instagram, stay tuned with my Instagram profile. Fine, I'll put it on my Instagram handle @Shuklaji Speaks as well. And you should stay in touch with our CST team, with WhatsApp groups, with Telegram community. Join my Telegram community as well. CST team, please put that placement preparation group link here, that Telegram community. So most probably it would be 1 p.m. on Sunday, and then we'll figure out some time. So you have to be very, very updated, because the time of it might change some days or the other. But I'll try my level best to teach you DSA in a very comprehensive manner in 7 days. All of you, you can connect with us on WhatsApp. Ping on WhatsApp, ping on Instagram. Just trouble the CST team that when is the class for DSA, when is Web of Service class for DSA. Fine, they'll reply to you. Don't worry. Fine, talk to us. We are here for you. As simple as that. Fine. You can directly get in touch with me on Instagram profile as well. So that's pretty much, I guess. Hope you guys enjoyed this. So if there are any doubts, like as I always say, go ahead, ask me out your doubts, and then we'll wrap this session up. And Monica, there's no problem if you're doing DSA in Python. There's no problem at all. Go ahead, ask me any doubts if you have. Then we'll wrap this up. फटाफट पूछ लो यार. Even my CSM team wants me to end this. They are already putting the thank you message. These guys are like, band kar de isko. Yes, for freshers, DSA is always needed. Yes, Bhimesh. You might be thrown one or the other question. Not a very difficult question, but an easy to medium question can be thrown at you. Fine. So, with that, I'll wrap this up. I hope there's no doubt. So, guys, as I always say, keep doing good for others. Go ahead, spread the positivity around you. Teach people, whoever there is, junior, senior, just for free. Go ahead, help them out. Fine. And keep helping others as much as you can. If you do good, good will come back to you. Universe will return your good in multifolds. Fine. On that note, I leave you. I'll see you on Sunday. Bye bye. Have a wonderful day ahead. And there are very important interview experiences coming ahead. You can watch them out. There are multiple hiring that I'm going to tell you on YouTube. So you have to stay tuned for that. Subscribe to this channel. And very soon I'll be bringing out a hiring calendar till November. Very soon I'll be bringing out some interview experiences. And today only I've shot those interview experiences. And along with that, I'll be giving you out the DSA series. So stay tuned for that. Have a wonderful day ahead.